Father, could you tell us what happened last night?
Well, when we got out of the bus and someone threw a bottle or something, I don't know, but they started to throw tear gas bombs. They flooded the whole area with tear gas and threw them inside the house. This whole block was covered with tear gas, and police shot their rifles off up in the air and made everyone scatter. And we were on 14th Street, and then we noticed the house was on fire. It started apparently from a tear gas bomb. Prentice was across the street here. He says it was a fire bomb. I don't know. They filled the house with tear gas. That's what started the fire. The policemen burned the place down.
Who burned the place down?
The cops. Police burned it down.
It was with her child, and she came stumbling out, and the police said there was a sniper. There was no sniper in there. They were shooting those guns off all over the place, up in the air around here, and where they got the idea there was a sniper, I don't know. Where's that tear gas bomb? Look at this. Now see, this is what was taken out of the house. That's a tear gas bomb. You see that?
Out of the house. This the one
out of the house.
When I told everybody to move out.
And this is some of the shotgun shells they were shooting off. With all that we went through on the south side last night, there wasn't any guns fired. But they came here and they were firing those things like machine gun.
What happened?
We have a strategy meeting at 2 o'clock this afternoon. I don't know what decision the commandos are going to make as far as future action is concerned. We are very concerned about the attitude and the conduct of the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. Everyone built him up as such a great hero when there was this little disturbance on 3rd Street because he called in the National Guard immediately and put the entire city under a curfew. Well, for heaven's sake, we have a right to exercise our constitutional God-given right of free speech. That means protest, demonstration, whenever we want. We don't have to give any reasons for this. This is our constitutional right. And we have a right to get adequate and decent protection. Now, for heaven's sake, he had a white riot on the south side for the last 2 nights, and what did he call for? A voluntary curfew. He didn't have any voluntary curfew when a few blacks tore up part of 3rd Street. That's what we can. That's a double standard of justice.
Yeah, he called them hoodlums. What the hell do we call them out there throwing bricks and bottles at little kids and women, huh? Big heroes?
I'll tell you what, the mayor's always looking for an out, man. That's that go this way and that way, but never in the mayor's pocket.
And these stupid-ass cops stand around here and throw tear gas in the house with 30 little kids walking in the house and shoot off their guns, got the kids scared to run out, and then turn around and set the house on fire. Now, what kind of police department is this?
Father,
do you feel that the
Negro ministers to call off your march?
I haven't heard from the Negro ministers. I understand there was something over the radio today by Reverend Beauchamp. And I say again that the commandos of the NAACP Youth Council make the decisions for the NAACP Youth Council. What do you guys think about the Ministerial Alliance coming forth and saying we shouldn't march? Huh?
I don't care what they say. I don't care what they say.
give a doggone.
It's my right to protest. I feel like protesting. I'm go protest. You understand?
Until we...
everybody can stick with his phone.
As far as just proving the attitude of hate and bigotry that exists out there, you've certainly proven that.
Well, we've proven that, but we still do not have fair housing laws. You see, this neighborhood you're in right now is a Kilbertown 3 project. They're taking 1,000 black families out of this neighborhood, and they're moving them out. Now, they're supposed to be relocating, but they aren't. But the black families that are moving out of this neighborhood have no place to go. There's discrimination even on the fringe areas. You see, there's no place for black families to go. We don't have any fair housing law. We know what the attitude of the people is on the south side, but we want a fair housing law. Now that's one of our rights also. Discrimination, the Archbishop came forth and said this, the Pope came forth and said this, can in no way be justified. There's moral implications in a fair housing law, and that's what we're fighting for, that's what we're going to get. You see this house next door? The police nearly burned down her house last night. Now she just lost her son in Vietnam 5 months ago. That house is going to be torn down. She has no place to go. We had a Marine come here. Guy spent 6 months in Vietnam, you know. Goes on to fringe areas. Lady won't rent him and his wife because black people.
Well, Father, has your marches to the South Side accomplished anything so far for fair housing?
We're going to get fair housing not only for the city of Milwaukee, but we're going to get it on a national scene. And it's going to be this consistent type of courageous protest that's going to bring about fair housing legislation. Frederick Douglass talked about this 100 years ago. He said no one ever got their rights given to them on a platter. You've got to fight for it, you've got to struggle for it, and that's what we're doing. We're protesting, and we're going to keep agitating, we're going to keep protesting until we get what is ours.
Father, the mayor has